In this thousands chapter from the ancient Buddhist scripture called Dhammapada, the main idea is that quality is more important than quantity, especially when it comes to words, actions, and self-control. It's better to say one meaningful word that brings peace than to say 1,000 meaningless words. The same goes for poems and teachings. Winning a battle against yourself, by controlling your own actions and thoughts, is more important than winning battles against others. Once you have self-control, no one can take that away from you. Instead of doing lots of rituals or giving gifts to earn good points, it's better to spend even a moment respecting someone who is wise. If you honor and follow wise people, you'll gain health, happiness, beauty, and a long life. Living just one day with good behavior and wisdom is better than living 100 years without them. This is true whether you're talking about being strong, free, or disciplined. Even just one day of understanding something eternal or deeply true is better than 100 years without that understanding. Now, let's delve into the enlightening verses of the Dhammapada, starting from verse 100. 100. Better than a speech of 1,000 vain words is one thoughtful word which brings peace to the mind. 101. Better than a poem of 1,000 vain verses is one thoughtful line that brings peace to the mind. 102. Better than 100 poems of vain stanzas is one word of the Dharma that brings peace to the mind. 103. One who conquers himself is greater than another who conquers 1,000 times 1,000 men on the battlefield. 104 to 105. Be victorious over yourself and not over others. When you attain victory over yourself, not even the gods can turn it into defeat. 106. Better than performing 1,000 rituals month by month for 100 years is a moment's homage to one living in wisdom. 107. Better than tending the sacrificial fire in the forest for 1,000 years is a moment's homage to one living in wisdom. 108. Making gifts and offerings for a whole year to earn merit is not worth a quarter of the honor paid to the wise. 109. To those who honor the wise and follow them, 4 gifts will come in increasing measure: health, happiness, beauty, and long life. 110. Better to live in virtue and wisdom for one day than to live 100 years with an evil and undisciplined mind. 111. Better to live in goodness and wisdom for one day than to lead an ignorant and undisciplined life for 100 years. 112. Better to live in strength and wisdom for one day than to lead a weak and idle life for 100 years. 113. Better to live in freedom and wisdom for one day than to lead a conditioned life of bondage for 100 years. 114. One day's glimpse of the deathless state is better than 100 years of life without it. 115. One day's glimpse of Dharma is better than 100 years of life without it. So, the chapter tells us to focus on what's really important: being good, wise, and self-controlled. It says these things are more valuable than any amount of words, battles, rituals, or even time. The takeaways from this chapter are: 1. Quality matters. One meaningful word or action is better than 1,000 empty ones. 2. Master yourself. Winning against your own weaknesses is the greatest victory. 3. Value wisdom. Time spent learning or with wise people is priceless. 4. Live each day well. One good, wise day is better than many wasted days. 5. Seek deep truths. A moment of deep understanding is worth more than a long, unexamined life. In short, focus on meaningful actions, self-control, and wisdom for a fulfilling life. May the Triple Gem bless you.